Hello everyone, myself Dr. Riya Jain, Assistant Professor at R.N. Kapoor Memorial Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Indore. Hope you all are doing well and even your study is going well in this lockdown. So today our topic is the menstrual cycle. In our last video, we have studied about the ovarians, about the function of ovaries, hormones of the ovaries, and even mechanism of the ovary. Hope you have hope you have learned all those things. And today, the menstrual cycle. Before going to the menstrual cycle in detail, we will see what we are going to learn in this video. We are going to learn about all these changes during menstruation in this video. So, what is a menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle is nothing but the cyclic events. What cyclic events means? Which appears at a rhythmic fashion, at a proper fashion, at a systemic manner, in a systemic manner it appears. That's why it is called as menstrual cycle. And this is during it occurs in the during the reproductive period of woman's life. Okay, so menstrual cycle is defined as cyclic events that take place in rhythmic fashion during the reproductive period of woman's life. So, where we cycle means where we start, at the same point we end. That means cycle. So, this menstrual cycle is also like same. Every month at the same time it repeats. That's why it is called as cyclic event and rhythmic fashion. Hope you understood. Now, what is menarche? Menarche is the first menstrual cycle. Appearance of the first menstrual cycle is menarche. So, in the early adolescence, it appears in the early adolescence and it is a part of the puberty. Okay, it appears at the 12 to 15 years of age. Before menarche, at the age of 9 to 11 or 9 to 12 years, some hormone secretes from the pituitary. Which hormones? LH and FSH. It secretes from the pituitary for monthly recycle, for monthly regular basis cycle. That's why these hormones secretes, and which prepares for the puberty. As the menstrual cycle comes every month during the reproductive period, it stops. It is regular during this period, during the reproductive periods of a female, and it stops during pregnancy. Okay, it gets stopped during pregnancy, and at the age of 45 to 50 years, it permanently stops. That is called as menopause. Okay. At the age of 45 to 50 years, it permanently stops, and that is called as menopause. Each menstrual cycle is of 28 days. This is a physiological value, but if it comes as early as 20 days or as late as 40 days, then still it is normal. So when the each menstrual cycle begins at the first day of menstruation, and it is referred as menstrual cycle. It lasts for 5 to 7 days. At the 14 days, ovulation occur. Ovulation means releasing of egg occurs at the 14th day of menstruation, which is before the next menstrual cycle. 14 day before the next menstrual cycle. From 1st to 14 days, it is a pre-ovulatory phase. Pre-ovulatory phase extends from 1st to 14 days of menstrual cycle. It is also called as follicular phase. Then after 15 to 28 days, it is a post-ovulatory phase. Post-ovulatory phase extends from 15 to 28 days. It is also called as luteal phase. What are the changes we can see in this during the menstrual cycle? Ovarian changes, uterine changes, vaginal changes, and changes in cervix. So during this two phase, that is follicular phase and luteal phase, ovary and the endometrium undergoes certain changes, and it corresponds to the secretory phase of the endometrium. For the ovary, 2 weeks bleeding up to the ovulation is called the ovarian follicular phase. Again, I am repeating. During this two phase, follicular phase and luteal phase, ovary and the endometrium undergoes certain changes, and it corresponds to the secretory phase of the endometrium. For the ovary, 2 weeks bleeding up to the ovulation is called ovarian follicular phase. Now, what is the follicular phase? Follicular phase extends from 5th day to the ovulation, or it is continuous from 0 to 14 days also, and menstruations to 14 days तक भी follicular phase कहते हैं. And the whole menstrual cycle is controlled by hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. Hypothalamus secretes GnRH. GnRH is gonadotropin releasing hormone, and gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulates the anterior pituitary, and then anterior pituitary secretes luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. These hypothalamus and anterior pituitary are the masterminds of reproduction. Means यहीं से सब पूरा reproduction चलता है. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ से सारे hormones secretes होते हैं, इसीलिए. और जैसे GnRH, LH and FSH जरूरी, ये सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी होते हैं हार्मोन पूरा रिप्रोडक्शन करने के लिए, रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम को पूरा मेंटेन करने के लिए ये हार्मोन सीक्रेट्स होते हैं, क्योंकि यही हार्मोन आगे जैसे ये ओवरी को करेंगे तो फिर वहां पर एस्ट्रोजन और प्रोजेस्टेरोन होगा. अगर ये नहीं होंगे तो वो भी सीक्रेट नहीं हो पाएंगे. दैट्स व्हाई हाइपोथैलेमस एंड एंटीरियर पिट्यूटरी are the mastermind of reproduction. So where we are? Yeah, here pituitary. This LH and FSH controls the maturation of ovarian follicle. LH and FSH controls the maturation of ovarian follicle. As GnRH is released sometimes more or sometimes less after puberty, and here the ovarian follicle is controlled by LH and FSH. Each ovarian follicle consists of theca externa, primary oocytes, granulosa cells, and theca cells. Theca cells are theca externa and theca interna. Repeat. each ovarian follicle consists of each ovarian follicle consists of primary oocyte, granulosa cells, and theca cells. Theca cells are theca externa and theca interna. Over the period, these cells grow very fast. Within 10 days, these theca cells develops and binds the luteinizing hormone. Similarly, these granulosa cell binds the follicle stimulating hormone. Between 10 to 14 days, these granulosa cells also develops receptor for luteinizing hormone. As the follicle grows, the estrogen in the blood decreases and they start negative feedback mechanism and gives signal to the pituitary that to secrete less FSH. Repeat, as the follicle grows, the estrogen in the bloodstream, the estrogen in the bloodstream decreases and they give signal as a negative feedback mechanism to the pituitary to secrete less FSH. As the FSH decreased, the follicles in the ovary stop growing. जैसे ही FSH कम हो जाता है, सिक्रीशन FSH का कम हो जाता है, जो फॉलिकल्स है ओवरी में के, कौन से फॉलिकल्स? प्रीमोर्डियल फॉलिकल, प्राइमरी फॉलिकल, सेकेंडरी फॉलिकल, ग्राफियन फॉलिकल, ये सारे जो फॉलिकल्स है ये क्या हो जाएंगे? ग्रोथ होना इनका रुक जाएगा. लेकिन जो ग्राफियन फॉलिकल है उनका ग्रोथ होना रुक जाएगा. लेकिन जो फॉलिकल्स पे फॉलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन FSH रिसेप्टर है, वो फॉलिकल आगे कंटिन्यू ग्रोथ करते रहेंगे. और यानी फॉलिकल विच हैव मोस्ट FSH receptor will continue to grow and grow to becoming the dominant follicle and going under ovulation. This dominant follicle continues continuously secreting estrogen. As the estrogen level becomes higher and higher, it gives positive feedback signal to the pituitary to secrete follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. As the estrogen become higher and higher, जैसे ही estrogen का लेवल बढ़ जाता है, तो ये पिट्यूटरी को पॉजिटिव फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म के जरिए सिग्नल भेजते हैं कि आप अब फॉलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन और ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन को सिक्रेट करिए. जैसे ही secretion of FSH and LH occurs before 1 to 2 day of ovulation, and this is responsible for the rupture of Graafian follicle and release of the ova. That is एक. मतलब कि जो सिक्रीशन हो रहा है FSH और LH का, कहाँ से हो रहा है? ये जो हमने निगेटिव फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म पॉजिटिव फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म से सिग्नल भेजा था पिट्यूटरी को कि FSH और LH सिक्रेट करिए, तो वो क्या करते हैं, 1 से 2 दिन पहले ओव्यूलेशन के बहुत ज्यादा सिक्रेट होते हैं और वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल करते हैं, काय के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल रहते हैं? जो ग्राफियन फॉलिकल क्या है? मैच्योर्ड फॉलिकल है. वो मैच्योर्ड फॉलिकल को रप्चर करने के लिए और वहां से ओवर रिलीज करने के लिए क्या करता है? सिग्नल जाता है. तो इसके लिए कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? फॉलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन एंड ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन. Now, when the ovary is busy in preparing egg for the ovulation, at the same time, uterus is also busy in preparing the endometrium for implantation. मतलब इम्प्लांटेशन यानी इफ कंसेप्शन, इफ फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है, इफ फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है, देन दिस ओवम, दिस ओवा फर्टिलाइज होता है, तो ये इम्प्लांट होगा। कहाँ पे इम्प्लांट होता है ये? एंडोमेट्रियम की लाइनिंग में। ओके, so this process, this uterine process begins with the menstrual phase, in which, what menstrual phase, in which the uterine lining, that is endometrial lining, shades off through vagina, shades through vagina in the form of fluid, blood, in the form of fluid. It is that is it is a process which is called as shedding of the uterine lining or endometrium lining with blood and fluid is called menstruation. Okay, menstruation is also called by the name such as menses, anemia, catamenia. Before the onset there is a sudden reduction हो जाता है estrogen और progesterone का, and decreased level of these two hormones is responsible for menstruation. When the estrogen and progesterone decreases, these hormones are only responsible for the menstruation. You can see here, this is endometrial lining which is shedding off through vagina, that is a menstrual fluid. Here the estrogen and progesterone level are very low. That's why this menstruation occurs. This endometrial lining is also called as functional lining. Okay, this uterine line of endometrium is also called as functional lining. In normal menstruation, 35 ml of blood with 35 ml of serous fluid is expelled, and menstrual cycle stops between 3rd and 7th day. The end of menstrual phase, the thickness of the endometrium is about 1 mm, and this menstrual phase is followed by proliferative phase. Proliferative phase extends from the 5th to 14th day. Okay, 5th to 14th day, proliferative phase extends from 5th to 14th day. In this, high estrogen level, the estrogen levels are very high. So the high estrogen level stimulates the endometrial glands, thickening of the endometrium and growth of the endometrial glands, and this tortoise arteries appears during this phase. Tortoise means spiral. In this, high estrogen level stimulates the thickening of the endometrium and growth of the endometrial glands, appearance of the tortoise arteries. So, after the ovulation, once the ovulation occurs, the remnant part of it is a corpus luteum. Corpus luteum appears in the luteal phase. Okay, now we are in the luteal phase. Corpus luteum appears in the luteal phase. Luteal phase extends from 15 to 28 days. Corpus luteum developed during this phase. Corpus luteum is made up of theca cells and granulosa cells, and theca cells have a high levels of luteinizing hormone just before the ovulation. Theca cells have high level of the luteinizing hormone before the ovulation. During the luteal phase, more and more progesterone secretes. Progesterone acted as a negative feedback mechanism on pituitary to decrease LH सर्ज एंड FSH सर्ज। जो LH और FSH फॉलिकुलर फेज में बढ़ जाता है, अब उसे कम भी तो करना पड़ेगा। तो ये कम करने के लिए जो प्रोजेस्टेरॉन है वो निगेटिव फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म, हम अभी निगेटिव और पॉजिटिव फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म समझ चुके हैं क्या है। तो निगेटिव फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म के जरिए ये मैसेज करता है पिट्यूटरी को कि अब LH और FSH का जो सिक्रीशन है वो कम कर दीजिए। During this luteal phase, estrogen level is decreased. So, how corpus luteum is formed? Graphian follicle, that is a mature follicle, rupture and ovulation occurs, and the remnant of follicle is filled with blood, and corpus that develops corpus hemorrhagicum, and then that develops corpus luteum. That is, corpus luteum is the remnant of the ovarian follicle. That is Graphian follicle. As during this phase, corpus luteum secretes a very large quantity of progesterone and a very small quantity of estrogen. Weight of the ovarian weight of the corpus luteum. If the ovum is not fertilized, here actually the level of estrogen is decreased, and that signals that the level of progesterone is increased, and the endometrium is ready for the implantation. So if the endometrium is ready for the implantation, if the ovum is fertilized, then the corpus luteum transformed into corpus luteum of pregnancy. Okay, the corpus luteum of pregnancy. And what that do that corpus luteum pregnancy secretes the hormone progesterone till the third month of the pregnancy, till the placenta develops. So corpus luteum of pregnancy secretes the hormone progesterone till the third month. If the ovum is not fertilized, then the corpus luteum transformed into corpus albicans. If the ovum is not fertilized, then corpus luteum transformed into corpus albicans. So, under the influence of progesterone, uterus enters into the secretory phase of endometrial cycle. Secretory phase of the endometrial cycle. During this phase, this tortuous arteries grow longer and longer. You can see here in the diagram how the tortuous arteries are growing longer and longer. कैसे ये tortuous arteries बढ़ चुकी है? ये क्या होता है? secretory phase में जो last करती है 15 to 28 days, यानी कितना रहता है secretory phase? 15 से लेके तो 28 days का. तो इसमें जो ये arteries है ये बढ़ जाती है. tortuous यानी spiral. ओके, स्पाइरल इस तरीके से बढ़ जाती है. और इसमें जो यूट्राइन ग्लैंड्स है वो भी बहुत ज्यादा म्यूकस सिक्रेट करता है इस वक्त. यानी कौन से फेज में ज्यादा सिक्रेट करेगा? सिक्रेटरी फेज में. सिक्रेटरी मीन सिक्रेशन. तो सिक्रेटरी फेज में यूट्राइन ग्लैंड्स जो है वो ज्यादा म्यूकस सिक्रेट करता है. आफ्टर 15 days द फर्टिलाइजेशन विंडो क्लोज. फर्टिलाइजेशन का जो विंडो है वो क्लोज हो जाता है. जैसे विंडो क्लोज होगा तो सर्वाइकल म्यूकोजा जो है वो थिक हो जाता है. सर्वाइकल म्यूकोजा बिकम थिक and it is less hospitable for sperm. Means during secretory phase, cervical mucosa become thin and it is not possible for the conceived implantation. During proliferative phase, as the cervical mucosa is thin and it is a best time for the sperm to survive. During this, over the time, this corpus luteum, as I said, degenerated to corpus albicans, and corpus albicans transformed to the corpus albicans. At the same time, corpus albicans doesn't make any hormones, so estrogen and progesterone levels are very low. Okay, hope you understood this. I'm repeating. Corpus luteum transformed to the corpus albicans. Corpus albicans doesn't secrete any type of hormones. So, estrogen and progesterone levels are very low. As the progesterone decreases, the spiral arteries collapse and the endometrial level slough off means खत्म हो जाती है, एंडोमेट्रियल लेयर जो है पूरी झड़ जाती है, एंड द नेक्स्ट साइकिल स्टार्ट्स, और नेक्स्ट साइकिल स्टार्ट हो जाता है. इस तरीके से फिर से वो menstruation and then again ovulation, फिर follicles बनेंगे, फिर ovulation होगा, फिर एग रिलीज होगा, फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा, तो कॉर्पस लुटियम प्रेगनेंसी बन जाएगा. एंड देन अगर नहीं बनता है तो कॉर्पस लुटियम जो है कॉर्पस अल्बिकन में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, और फिर से वही प्रोसेस स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. दिस इज द साइकिल. सो फॉर द रेगुलेशन, ये साइकिल मेंटेन करने के लिए भी कोई चीज की तो जरूरत पड़ेगी, ऐसे ही मेंटेन नहीं हो जाएगा. So for the regulation of this menstrual cycle, we need hypothalamic hormone, that is GnRH, anterior pituitary hormone, that is FSH and LH, and ovarian hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. These hormones required for the regulation of menstrual cycle. Rhythmic regulation in rhythmic fashion, that is menstrual cycle. That's why all these hormones require. Without these hormones, it is not possible. Applied physiology. Menstrual symptoms. What are the menstrual symptoms? Menstrual symptoms menstrual symptoms which appears during the menstrual cycle. When your menstrual cycle starts, at that time these symptoms appears. What are those symptoms? Symptoms such as cramping, abdominal cramping, lower abdominal cramping, nausea and vomiting sometime mood swings, anxiety, depression, and headache, migraine. Such type of symptoms appear during menstrual bleeding. Those are menstrual symptoms. Premenstrual syndromes are which appear before 4 to 5 days of the menstrual cycle. That is also called as PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Okay. So those are in that. There is also abdominal cramping, pain all over the body, breast becomes heavy, and mood swings are there, or irritability increases, emotional instability is there, depression condition is there. Such are the symptoms which appear in premenstrual syndrome. Anovulatory cycle is where the menstrual bleeding is there, but ovulation does not occur. यानी absence of ovulation, एक जो है वो आएगा ही नहीं, यानी अंडा जो बनता है अंडाशय वो बनेगा ही नहीं. That is anovulatory cycle. Okay, anovulatory cycle leads to the infertility too. Now abnormal menstruation में क्या क्या है? Amenorrhea is, ये जो है ये सारे menstrual symptoms, premenstrual symptoms, anovulatory cycle, these all are a physiological variation. इसमें physiological जैसे ही menses खत्म हो जाएंगे ये सब subside हो जाते हैं. Okay, but abnormal यानी जिसके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ pathological condition include रहती है, such as amenorrhea. Amenorrhea means absence of menses. Even in pregnancy, menses are absent. That is also called as amenorrhea. Amenorrhea for 3 months, amenorrhea for 4 months. In this term, the pregnancy is described. And hypomenorrhea is decrease in menstrual bleeding. Menorrhagia, increased in menstrual bleeding. Oligomenorrhea, it is decreased frequency of menstruation. Polymenorrhea, increased frequency of menstruation. Dysmenorrhea, it is painful menstruation. Metrorrhagia, it is Metrorrhagia is uterine bleeding occurs between the menstrual cycle. Thank you very much. If you like if you like this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel AKU-RNK Homeopathic Learning. As you will subscribe, please press the bell icon, because whenever we will upload our new video, you will be notified. Whenever we will upload our new video, you will get notification. And as we are uploading on all the important topics of medical field on regular basis, like in every alternate day we are uploading of all subjects like anatomy, physiology, biochem. Of all these subjects we are uploading the video. So please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.